YouTube, we're in. Hello. We're just about to start this thing. That is Rhoda over there, hiding.
It's cold.
She's got a cold, and it's cold. Arctic cold,
polar
right?
Vortex.
And have they actually said polar vortex? I just heard that it was cold.
That's what my friends say.
I haven't heard Arctic vortex. I heard that a few years ago. All right, here we go on Facebook.
Well.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Finance Agents Live. This is episode number 76. And today
76 trombones.
Oh, God. Today we answer your burning questions. Funny, burning cold style. Burning questions about the real estate masterclass that we launched last week. This week has been nuts, right? But Rhoda, why are you wearing that amazing jacket?
Because you called me at 8:30 this morning and said you had a great idea.
Yeah, you know what? It is super cold right now, and sure, we're in California. Sure, it's 80 degrees out, but we really feel for the rest of the country. There's some crazy Arctic blast coming in, so we hear you. We're dressed up, ready for you. So you're probably home cold. Maybe your door froze shut.
Maybe you didn't get to go to work today. Luckies, I had to come to work even with a cold.
You're lucky you get to come to work, right? We had somebody who worked with Chicago a few years ago. I called them. They said, yeah, my front door froze shut. So if that happens, then it's probably going to happen now. If you are in that situation, we feel for you. That's why we're all bundled up to commiserate. Right?
Yeah, that's why I wore thong sandals yesterday at night.
Thongs?
And shorts.
Darren's wearing a thong right now.
I know.
He just said, Darren's wearing a thong.
I'm commiserating with my friends over on the East Coast.
Okay, all right.
By dressing in the proper attire for Southern California.
We go there. Okay, so who the heck are we? We're finance agents. We're talking about the real estate masterclass. We had a ton of people sign up. We had an avalanche. Let's use snow things. We had an avalanche of people coming in over the week.
Why do I say I work with nerds?
For real though, like at least 10 times as many people signed up as we were expecting, which is a good thing.
When I hear that, I always think, oh, that's just them puffing it up. But
yeah, no.
It really was a surprise.
The only puff is this jacket and that one.
And my tummy.
But really, we were expecting something. We got way more. But along with the way more, we got lots of questions too. A lot of people who were thinking about coming on had a lot of questions. 19, actually we have 20 questions. We're going to cover them on the show today. We'll go through, I think we even have them listed exactly what they are. We're going to go through those questions and answer them for you. Why? Because we don't have time to talk to you on the phone. If you're thinking about doing it, I'm sorry, we don't have time to talk to you on the phone. Watch this. Get your questions answered. If you have other questions, ask them now for crying out loud so we can answer them, so everybody can see. And then you figure out if this is for you. If it is, great. We look forward to seeing you in there. If not, awesome. We can still work together. And that's one of the questions. So, today's show, let's get into this. Rhoda, anything? What's the first question?
Can you do this internationally?
Yeah, you know what? We get this all the time. I mean, for 12 years I've been getting this question, if you can do this internationally. And there's a couple different answers to can you do this? For the real estate loans that we're showing you how to sell, you can sell them to international borrowers. Great. I don't care where you're from. You don't have to have a U.S. credit score or credit profile or anything. But what you do have to do is have U.S. real estate. Can't land on Puerto Rico, Canada, Mexico, Mozambique, I don't know, wherever the heck you are. What are some of the countries you've gotten? India,
Burkina Faso,
Thailand. Did you get a
I wish.
Okay.
France,
I actually got
Canada,
questions from
England.
Yeah, Canada I've definitely
Zimbabwe.
gotten. Germany, India. I always get people from India saying if we can do it in India. I don't know anything about lending in India. So this course teaches nothing about lending in India.
That doesn't mean that if you're in India and you want to learn, you can learn about it. You can buy the course, you can still learn and take it and be well educated.
Nothing my Indian friends would rather do while living in India is learn about private money loans in the United States.
You can do marketing in the US.
It could be awesome. You can be abroad and do marketing for clients in the US. So we've done that over the years. I think our most successful international marketer ever was somebody in Germany. I remember we paid them a number of times. So it can work. But in general, no. Probably the answer to your question is no. We're definitely not doing loans. I got somebody asking for a $150 million loan in South America. Ain't gonna happen. Okay, moving on. Question number 2. Let me ask you this, Rhoda. This sounds like a scam. Is it a scam? And by the way, I've gotten this question in a number of different ways. Some people just say, F off. Gotten that one a few times. So, is this a scam, Rhoda?
No, it is a real class that you can buy and you can go through and you can learn the fundamentals of selling private real estate loans. We will pay you double commission on your first deal for your standard agent, and we will let you talk to Trey. It's all real. It's all real.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a little funny, but it's a reasonable question to ask, because when people hear for, you know, a few $100, how can you tell me for a few $100 you could do something where you could make $20,000 commissions? It sounds wild, right? The reality is, taking the course does not earn you a $20,000 commission. You need to take the course, apply the principles, and work, right? You got to go out and find people. You got to work through the situations and the problems with them. So I'm not pretending like anything is easy, but it sure as heck is easier than going out and selling conforming loans. If you're out there selling mortgages right now and you're sick of all the laws and rules that are tying you down, or if you're selling other types of business funding and you're finding it's more and more competitive to make a buck, or if you're sick of making a $200 commission when you could be making a $20,000 commission, it is definitely easier than the other things you could be doing. But not a scam, it's totally real. We're a licensed direct lender in California. We've shown many loans we've done in the past, and we'll show more examples in the future. All right, Rhoda, I got a question for you. Question 3. I don't have money now, but I want to get in on this. I want to have money till next week. Can I pay that?
You can, but the special offer for $100, no, you can't. That was a special limited offer for intro people who got in early to the course. You can pay next week, that's great, but the price has gone up.
We sold this thing for $100?
$100. That's probably why people thought it was a scam. It was so smoking hot that...
It was. And by the way, Trey definitively yesterday said, I'm not selling this damn thing for $100 anymore, because we had so many people come in. Honestly, there's just too much to it. And we want to make sure we have the time and energy to focus and help people to the extent that they need. It just takes too much. So never again at $100 if you got in. You are very lucky. But it's still an amazing, I mean, you could easily sell this for $2,500 and it's worth it. So whatever price it's at now when you're watching this, it is worth it.
What if I have the money now? Can I still get in on the promo? But I missed out.
Isn't that the
it's the same but different. It's the same but different. They're not using the I'm broke excuse. They're just saying I didn't see it and I saw it and then the timer's 0 and I'm broke.
No, unfortunately. Sorry.
Hard line.
By the way, we had some, I'm going to call them junior hackers that figured out how to get back into it after the bell rang. No, I mean, it's gone now. We found that out. We disabled it. So it's not going to happen anymore. But, you know, hats off to the people who did it. I appreciate that you're
hats off.
Yeah,
we calling us nerds, man.
For creating that loophole. Yeah. We're going to allow them to keep the course for now. But,
yeah. We're not going to take it away like those people that figured out how to buy it for $1.01. Yeah.
Hey, we refunded them.
We did.
We asked them.
They got their buck back. All right. Question 5. Rhoda?
Oh, it's my turn to ask?
Okay, you ask.
Right?
Go. I don't know. I lost track already.
Do you really have any lenders, or are you just trying to sell me education?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, you could tell from what I was saying about Trey, we really don't make a lot of money on the education, even when a lot of people sign up. If you could make a couple $100, a few $100 selling a course, or, you know, if you're making 20 grand on a funding, you know, you could bet we are too. You got to sell a hell of a lot of courses before you make as much money as we make on the fundings, right? What we're really trying to do is teach you so we don't have to spend so much time educating you on submitting the right deals so we can make the real money faster, right? It's the education expense is really just to cover the cost of putting the thing together. As far as do we really have lenders, again, we are a direct lender. We're a licensed California lender. We lend all across the United States. And of course, we work with just about every lender out there. I don't know why we would talk about this and not work with the lenders. So if you can give me a good answer for that, anyway, so yeah, it's real. All right, what next? Rhoda, here's a question. I have 20 years of real estate experience. I've been brokering these loans since you were in diapers. Do I still need this course? Why would I sign up for this?
You don't need the course to work with us.
Are you saying Rhoda's 20?
I don't know where you're going with that.
He said since I was in diapers.
Yes, she was in diapers, so yeah, she's 20 and a half.
21.
21. There it is. Why is that funny? Why are you laughing?
People are laughing at my old face.
No.
Never,
Okay.
never ask for.
Do
her
I still need
age.
the course?
She's
20
21.
years of experience.
You do not
Moving
need the
on.
course to work with us. You can sign up as a standard agent, which I think we're going to go through that in a little bit. But having said that, I took a plumbing course, and people who had been plumbers for 20 years were happy to pay $200 because if they get one new tip or trick and it saves them $100 or doubles your commission, they thought it was worth it. So do you need the course? No. Could you still learn from it? Yes. Would it give you the potential to earn more money? Yes. So yes and no.
Here's the deal. If you've been doing this forever, you can broker deals directly to us, but you need to know what we lend on versus other people. And frankly, to spend the time educating you on all our terms and exactly what we lend on and everything, it's all in the course. It's easy. $100, who cares? You can put points on top of these loans and make a heck of a lot of money. So this is the easiest way to get 100% up to speed on exactly what we do. Is take the course. What do you care about the cost? But yeah, you can work directly with us. We're not stopping anybody. We're not stopping anyone from working with us, but I will say we're not going to spend 2 hours on the phone explaining the nuts and bolts or going in detail about our underwriting criteria when you could just go through the course and make everybody's life a lot easier. So yeah, I think we answered this too. All right, go on to the next one. All right.
I have a specific deal, but I want to review with you before I sign up. What are your rate and terms?
Okay, actually those are two different questions that got put together on accident. But here's the deal. Lots of times people come in and they're like, I'm thinking about doing this. Let me bounce a scenario off you to decide if I want to get into the course. Well, look, one scenario shouldn't determine whether or not you get in the course. These really are not related things. And again, if you don't have a lot of experience in this, we don't want to spend time educating you on everything when you could do it in the course. It doesn't take that long. Just go through it, get up to speed on what we do, and then we would love to just only talk to you about bouncing deal scenarios. So we love talking about deals. That's what we do all day long. With that said, if I have a scenario and I show it to you, Rhoda, what are your rates and terms?
They start at 9% in California. Most other places are higher. And the term is usually 1 year interest only.
Right. For our internal private money lending that when we put our own money out there, it's almost always 12 months, interest only. 9% really, honestly, doesn't happen. You're not going to see us lend at anything less than really 13% interest. 12.95 is pretty much the lowest we're going right now. If you're sitting there thinking, hey, that's high, I got somebody that'll lend for less, awesome, go there with those. But when they say no, come to us, and those are our deals. We don't want to compete with the guy that's selling at 9% interest because that's not our client. We lend to people who can't get help anywhere else, and that's why our rates are high. We adjust for risk. Next question, Rhoda?
Tim?
Yeah?
Do I need to be licensed?
You need a driver's license if you want to drive, but you do not need a license to submit deals to us. Now, this is kind of a nuanced question. There's a number of different ways we work with people. So I'm not going to say there's no licensing required for anything ever, but in general, if you're submitting a loan to us, we can work with you without you having any licensing. Some advanced brokers are going out and ordering appraisals and title under their own name and submitting in a different way. We don't go into this in this course on how to do that kind of stuff. But if you're one of those advanced persons and you're in a state that requires licensing and your borrowers are in a state where you require licensing, there could be licensing. It's too complicated to go into this course because there's 50 different states, even local and county laws. We'll do a whole other course on that in the future. But the short answer is we can work with anybody without requiring any sort of licensing. Now, maybe I don't need a license, but do I need a college degree, Rhoda?
For this course, no, you do not need a college degree. In fact, that's one of the great things about it is people are very smart and college is not their thing. This is a great option for you to get into something without a college degree.
Okay, so you don't need to go to college for 5 years, 4 years, 18 years. How many years did you go for, Rhoda?
I don't know, I can't count that high.
Come on, at least 6 years?
Nah.
You did undergrad and then grad school, so you don't need to do all that. You can potentially, if you work hard, make as much money as a doctor doing these loans. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's definitely possible. Remember, we had one guy who came in and started with us, and in 5 months did 6 deals and made 72 grand in income. So that is totally possible. All right, Rhoda.
Yeah, is it my turn?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
I have a criminal background. Can I still do this?
Well, are you talking about speeding tickets? Anyway, let me go back to our previous answer on requiring licensing. It depends on how we're working together. Anybody can submit deals to us that we can then work internally, and we're able to screen and make sure that it's 100% correct. And with that, we don't actually do screening for this kind of thing. With that said, if you wanted to be a member office with us or broker deals directly under your own licensing, in general, we're going to be doing background checks on you to make sure we're working with somebody who we're fine with. So I'm not going to get into details on what does not qualify. There's a number of things you could have done which are not going to preclude you from doing these kinds of loans. But then again, there's other things you have. So again, I'm not going to say exactly what it is. We take everyone on a case-by-case basis, and sometimes we'll review with outside counsel before working. But for example, if you have a DUI, driving under the influence, that's not good. You don't want to do it, but it's not going to preclude you from doing this kind of stuff. So ask away.
Question in the back.
Question from Darren. Darren has a question.
Yeah, well, actually, we have a number of questions that have come in from the chat.
Oh,
awesome!
So get some movement on here.
Chat
All right,
me up.
so Glenn Gray wants to know what info about the loan prospect. Then who do we send the info to?
I think he's asking, what do we need to know about somebody that he wants to submit for a loan?
I'd probably say that's probably a good assessment.
Yep, great question. That's actually answered in the course. These and all these other things are stuff you're going to be learning as you go through the course. And that answer really varies based on what they're looking for. Is it a purchase? Is it a refi? Are they in foreclosure, bankruptcy? Is it an income-producing property or a rental that is currently unrented? So there are a number of different things. We have our own application. That's also something you're going to get, where you get our app, you see the minimum amount of information we need. But as always, you never know what the heck the underwriter is going to ask for as you go through the process. With that said, we ask for less than just about anybody out there. Again, and that's why our rates are high, right? We're willing to work with people who don't qualify for other things. Anything else you wanted to add to that, Rhoda?
Yes, because, and we're going to go into this a little later,
as
a standard... No.
Okay.
As a standard finance agent, logging into your account and just submitting a deal, you can submit it in that way. Or there's, what is it, CRE at 24-hour loans with your account.
That's not right, but you get the idea.
What is it?
24-hour approvals.
24-hour approvals.
Only email that if you have a full package. Please.
And
if you don't submit a full
links.
package, it's going to get rejected. So.
Right. So in your standard agent portal, you can also submit them that way. And we're going to go through that. If not today, there's been another show where we've done it.
In the course, for sure. Once you're signed up with us, you should have a rep. You should be talking to your rep about all these things, bouncing deal scenarios off them, and all the time you're going to get somebody that doesn't have complete information. Again, there's a lot of back and forth once you're in and working with us.
Yeah, well, you do have a few additional questions. Dunnies wants to know, what does the course teach? Loan info and or marketing these types of loans? And how is it different from other real estate loans you have done? I'm assuming other courses or classes?
Okay, great. Well, this is our first master class, so this is a little bit different than other trainings. This is way more detailed, in-depth than the stuff that you find on YouTube. This is really designed for our member offices who are doing the entire brokering process with us. So it's very detailed. But one thing we don't talk about at all, and this is one of the follow-up questions, I'll go ahead and jump into it. We don't go into marketing, right? We don't tell you how to do social media marketing. There's so many different kinds of marketing, frankly, it's not in this. This is not this course. This course is recognizing an opportunity and showing you how, with these kind of loans, you could make way more money in way less time than working the other kinds of financing that you could be doing. Anything to add?
Talks about the photos that you need, appraisal, title, how to overcome objections, commissions. It talks about the application. It gives an overview of, trying to think if there's anything else, but those are the basic module titles.
Right, and to answer your other question, how is this different from other kinds of real estate lending? If you know conforming lending, owner-occupied homes, this is night and day different. All we're looking at is the value of the property, way more than the borrower, the type of property, the value, and that's how we make our loan. So if you're tired of waiting for consumer disclosures, TRID feedback, if you were tired of the bank killing a deal over something they found in the bank account for some other loan or whatever, this is Night and day different, easier in that sense, and you're going to love this.
All right, so we have one final question. This is from Mark, and I think all of us can actually answer this. Do you have an API connection to capture leads from my website and submit to your back office?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
So, do you have an API connection to capture leads from my website and submit to your back office?
Yes.
Yes.
I was first. I win.
Oh, but I couldn't hear the question.
You're too busy thinking about your joke and not listening to what he was saying.
But it's so funny.
Yeah, Mark, go ahead and get in touch with us. We'll be happy to send that information over to you. We have a lead receiver you'll be able to use.
We love it. Thank you for asking that question. Somebody who understands tech. I love it. It's just so much easier to get it in the system through systems
tech
than
integration.
Just... Yeah, tech integrated. Make sure you're tech integrated. Darren's favorite word. All right, moving on to next question. Question 11 or 12. Depending. I'm not looking for training, Rhoda. I'm just looking for a loan. Can you help me?
Remember, you're not alone.
Oh.
Why do I say I work with nerds? I don't know.
Just looking for a loan, Rhoda. I just want money.
We can try. Yes, we would love to talk to you about getting a loan. There are some qualifications that we go through, but yeah, we help lots of people every day getting loans.
Definitely. If you want a loan, you don't need to go through the training. This training is not for you. Now, if you know other people that qualify for this kind of loan, and you go through the training, you might end up getting more money by offering this to people than even in the loan itself. So it might make sense, but no, not required to get funding. Next question.
How long will it take to finish the course?
You know, I should be asking you because you're the one that...
we rehearsed.
You could do it in a... I mean, you could really jam and do this in a night, right? You could
we have had people who have been able to, from start to finish, one day.
Okay.
But they didn't leave their computer.
But the implementation call is going to take a little bit longer. Trey is there. You know, I do want to stress that I want people to think about what they're doing and hopefully let it sit in a little bit. We also have the mastermind webinar with David, which we're going to schedule out for the end of February. So that part is, the other thing is finishing the course and then getting a deal done and getting funded. That sometimes takes a little longer. So you can do it, yes, quickly, but some steps will take longer.
Yeah, mastery always comes from actually doing it, right? So you got a master class. We teach you with the videos and quizzes, and then you interact with us, but you don't really have this until you've done a few deals, which is really what we're looking forward to doing. Same question, Rhoda.
Same question. How many hours? It's about 4 hours, 3 hours of training, plus you've got your implementation call and webinar.
Okay, all right, so we really condensed it down to the most important things you need in order to succeed. With that said, we will be adding more stuff to this as it goes. So if you see something that's not in there, you're like, wow, this is a question I had, let us know, and we could add it into a future update. We can add extra modules or whatever they're called whenever we want. All right, next question. How long do you think it takes a beginner to become proficient at private money lending?
Well, this one is, it depends. I think it really depends, again, on how many leads you're getting in and how many deals you're working a day or a week or a month. If you're, you know, grinding the phones and you're talking to 5 or 6 people a day looking for a private loan, maybe it would take you a month or so to feel like you've got your feet wet. If you're doing this casually part-time and you're talking to one person a month, maybe you'll never get proficient. So I think it depends. It also depends on the person, how much they retain, how comfortable they are talking with people, overcoming objections. So I can't answer that question.
My personal answer is until you've done 20 loans, you're not really going to be proficient. You're going to find that every single loan has different random stuff that happens, and you're not going to know questions a lot. That's fine. You could still do deals and make money. So you don't have to be completely proficient in order to get loans funded. The more you do it, the more you're going to love it, the more you're going to be able to know more answers. And then it's amazing when you see somebody who's been doing this for 5, 10 years. They just know stuff I've never even heard of. But important is don't submit 2 or 3 people, and if they don't qualify, give up, because you've done the hardest part, getting the first few people in there. So I really want to stress, stick with it, because the more you do it, the more you're going to make. Once you've been in this for 6 months, you find people you talked to 3, 4 months ago are coming back. There's a flywheel. It really pays more and grows the more you do it. All right.
Can I do this at home or on my own?
Yeah, for sure. By on your own, meaning using our course and then Heck, you don't even have to do this with us. You can use this information to work with any lender. Our underwriting criteria are not going to apply to the lenders, but you're going to know the questions to ask. It's just the answers to those questions are going to help you figure out who you want to work with for each individual deal. There's no one lender that's going to lend on everything. So anyway, you could do this on your own. You really don't need anything, but have a way to talk to people who own real estate or want to buy real estate, and we do this. So yes, you could definitely do it on your own. Next question, how many hours a week would I need to do this to succeed? Can I do it part-time?
There you go. That's my answer. I don't know. We work full-time at it, so still working on it. Can you do it part-time? Yeah, a lot of people do this as a way to supplement income. You know, you talk in the evening. A lot of people who are looking for money are running their business during the day and are happy to talk with you in the evening. Some people need to talk during the day, so it depends. But yeah, we definitely see people succeed at this doing it part-time. How many hours in a week would you need to succeed? That depends on your definition of successful.
Yeah, it's really all over the place. You don't have to do this full-time at all. It also depends on what you're actually doing. Are you just going out and doing marketing to bring in the leads? You don't even have to talk to the people. You just do the marketing. We work it internally in one of our member offices or at headquarters. Alternatively, if you want to be the person interfacing with the client, you need to be available for calls. That's the thing. We have some people that work full-time job and want to do it at night, but if your client wants to call you at 3 o'clock and you can't answer the phone, it's going to be real difficult to work like that. So you got to look at how you want to work and adjust accordingly. Next, where do I get my leads? Do you show us how to get leads? When do I start getting my leads? And do you give me leads? I feel like these are all really the same questions. So, Rhoda?
Yeah, and I think we've gone into this a little bit earlier. This is not a marketing course. This is a real estate private loans course. So getting leads is not something that we're going into. So don't know, not answered here.
There's so many different answers based on what you do. So the answer is going to vary based on who you are and what your resources are and what kind of marketing you've done in the past. But this is not one of those things where you sign up and we start giving you leads. We got leads, we'll work them internally. We don't need you for that, honestly, right? We don't. But if you want to make a lot of money offering this kind of financing, which other people don't know how to find, what you're going to, when you really understand this, you're going to see, since we're offering something other people don't offer, once you just start telling people, the deals start coming to you. And that's the easiest way to get started. All right, how do I know this is going to work for me? Do you have some sort of a guarantee or what?
We do have a 30-day. Sorry, I put in my cough
Oh.
drop. My throat
Let me
tickles
jump in. I
so
didn't
much.
know you have lunch real quick. All right, just kidding.
Just eat lunch.
Look, there's no way that we could tell you if this is going to work for you, because we could give you the best training ever invented in the history of man, and if all you do is sit on the couch, it's not going to do anything for you, besides teach you some stuff if you're even listening, right? You could buy this course and never even open it, okay? I cannot guarantee that it's going to work. We do have a 30-day guarantee where if you come in and you don't like it for any reason, I don't care what, just ask for a refund and we can do that. But who wants your money back when you could be making $20,000 on a single loan? It's better to just put in the time, learn the criteria. It's not that complicated. I mean, again, you don't need a degree, you don't need licensing. There are no barriers here other than, are you going to get out and do this? And the main reason people don't do something is that they stop believing it's possible. Believe me, it's possible. We, in our first year, 2017, brought in $917,000 brokering these exact loans. That's even before we started direct lending ourselves. So using these tools, you could do exactly what we did. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do it. Are you done?
I don't know, but I'm looking at this question. I'm like, well, this is still debatable.
All right.
How long will I have access to the course? So I'm here to hear what you're going to say.
All right. Awesome. So to be honest, this is a bit in flux.
Right.
The first people that signed up during the special promo period, awesome. Congratulations. You're in there forever because we didn't really do it. Honestly, I think there must be some cutoff of a year. If you're not using this, you're probably going to lose this access at some point because there's a cost for us to be in the system, right? But going forward, there will be a monthly fee, just a minor something, because we're going to keep updating this and adding to it. And as we roll out updates, we'll be letting you know. And again, there's a cost for us for every single person that's in the system, so we got to cover that. So you're going to have it as long as you're paying, if that's the case. But if you got in before, congrats, you got in at the best time. What do I do, Rhoda, if I want this right now?
Do we have that link down for them to click on? Yes, we do.
Darren,
click on that link right down there.
Darren, tell us what it is. You're the one that put this on there. Where's the link? What is it?
So right
What do
now,
you do?
the link is in the chat.
In the
and
chat.
It's also going to be in the description.
Okay.
So look down below the video, in the notes. You'll see it there. If you're currently live and you haven't signed up, go ahead and click on the link that I just added to that chat.
Okay, so once again, it's our real estate master course where we teach you how to recognize, promote, find, offer private real estate loans that are way easier to get than regular bank loans, and you earn a percentage of the funding. It's big money. You can make $20,000 on a single loan. We would love for you to go through the course and then send your business to us, although that's not required, but that's why we're doing this. We're doing this course so that you know what to do and can send a business to us so we can do more loans. We're looking forward to a good partnership. And you can fill in the form, and it takes you right to a page where you can sign up right now, and you get instant access. If you sign up now, you get access immediately, right?
It's immediate.
Instantly.
So I mean, you will receive an email. So in order to get
With the
access,
login.
it's not going to just log you directly in, but you will need an email which will have a one-time link in that email.
One-time link.
Yep.
I wanted to say that.
I
Thank
made-
you.
I
was like,
One-time
"Oh."
link.
remember.
Right, don't click it twice.
Yep.
Now, you'll see
And then
if you
when
go
you
to the
log
page,
in, you go to intellable.com.
we have a bunch of special bonuses that are still available. I can't promise how long those are going to be there. So if you like those things, and they're pretty good, you get a special private session with David Krantz, the man who's funded over $1 billion in these exact kind of loans, where he's going to be answering your questions. You get an individual one-on-one session with Trey, and this is why he doesn't want us to sell for that cheap anymore, because he's the guy who's trained hundreds of loan officers that I've worked with, and over 100 member offices on how to do these loans. So he'll show you how to go from education to action. Do we still have the twofer? I don't actually think the twofer's not on there. What else? There's 5 special bonuses. I don't even remember.
Early access to future master classes.
Early access. All right. So you find out first on if we do roll out a marketing course, which we will at some point.
And our private Facebook group.
Yeah, we got a private group where you can ask questions of other people that are already successfully doing this. Over time, you might find that's even more valuable than the course itself, because in the individual deals, you can bounce it off people, and you can get instant access at 3 in the morning, if you will. And one more. Remember the other one?
Huh?
Mastermind.
I
Trey,
recommend just going to the page and
Double
seeing it for
commission?
yourself.
Are we doing
Double commission. That's right. That's the biggest one. I
biggest one
forgot about
we
the biggest
got.
flipping one. Sign up now. You'll see you get double commission on your first deal. That alone is like worth $5,000 on a single deal if it's $1 million loan. So definitely do it. Even if you've already worked with this in the past, you have access to that. So if you're interested, go do it now, or just work with us, right? This really is to help you succeed better with us or with other lenders. So it makes sense to do it, and there's really no risk. If you don't like it, then yell at Rhoda. Anyway, any other questions?
I just got a pay raise. Did you guys hear that?
Oh, what?
Just want to point out,
raise.
if it is $1 million deal, that's a $10,000.
For a point, but
5,000,
standard
but-
makes half that.
So,
and so you get the.
Let's go into the details. If you come to us and you're a standard agent, you haven't done anything special, any upgrades or anything, you're just a regular person, and you submit a prospect to us, and it ends up being $1 million loan, your commission is a 0.5 point on the funding. That's a $5,000 commission. Right now, if you do this and go through the training, because it's going to be easier for us to work with you, we're offering 2 times the normal commission. You'd get a $10,000 commission. That's just as a standard agent. So
that's an extra $5,000.
$5,000, all right, which is crazy, and we got to get rid of that soon. So if you like that, do it now, because that's not going to be there forever. All right, I'm sweating. Any more questions? Because nope. Okay, all right, that's it. Thanks for coming on the show. Come back next week where we're going to answer 5 questions. The first, if you're talking to somebody and you want to figure out, do they qualify for this kind of loan, we're going to tell you 5 quick questions that you could ask that bing, 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 you'll know. This is a fit or this is not a fit, and you should tell them to go away. These questions are amazing, not for getting rid of people that are going to suck hours or weeks of your time and you're going to make pennies or nothing from. So very important, easy questions. Come back next week. We will answer those or ask them with you.
Review them.
If you're new to the show, subscribe. Whatever else you want to do, awesome. Stay warm. Sorry it's so cold where you are. It's hot here. Thanks for coming on. Rhoda.
And it's summer in Antarctica.
And Rhoda likes to point out that it's summer in Antarctica. So when you hear it's going to be colder in Chicago than Antarctica,
I booked my plane flight. I've got my beach umbrella. I've got my sandals. I'm good to go. Let's go.
It's hot. It's going to be a balmy -50 in Antarctica right now. So. All right.
I'm there.
We're out of here. See you next week. I'm hot. Bye.
I'm hot.